Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, I'd like to thank everyone for being here. My name is I'm part of Team Capace, and before we do get underway with our project proposal, I want to go ahead and introduce the rest of the team, which consists of Clark Beaver, Shelley Brown, Zach Springer, Francis English, Megan Lanier, and Allison Rodriguez. So just by show of hands, how many people here have family members or know someone who's in a retirement community? Okay, so it looks like at least people would kind of understand that how important it is for people to go and interact with individuals who work at a retirement home. In the United States, over 600,000 senior citizens live in retirement facilities. So that is what Team Capace is here to do. We're seeking the approval to work with Waldorf Estates, their staff, and the residents in order to enrich their lives. And Shelley Brown is going to give you a little bit of background on Waldorf Estates. Waldorf Estates has been around in the Bryan Plantation area for about 20 years. There's 150 members that actually reside in Waldorf Estates, and they range from 52 years old to 98. It's not really considered a nursing home, but more of an active, involved community where residents are encouraged to build everlasting relationships with one another. And now Megan's going to present our scope statement now. Our scope statement says, from October 5th through November 16th, Team Capace will volunteer our time to enhance the value of Waldorf Estates by producing a theatrical performance, teaching 4 technology communication classes, hosting a Future Neighbor event, and planting a memorial garden. And Waldorf has expressed to us that they need college students to bring energy and excitement into their community. The agency needs volunteers to assist with a lot of their events, and we've chosen to help with the activities that we feel will add the most value to the residents' lives. Now, Al is going to tell you about the stakeholders involved in our project. Okay, we have 4 primary stakeholders. The first of which is Dr. Visser and Maine Business School. Because while we're volunteering, we're going to be acting on behalf of them and putting their reputation at stake. Second, we have the residents at Waldorf Estates, because we are committed to enriching their everyday lives through our volunteer time. Third, we have the staff at Waldorf Estates, which is mainly referring to the primary contact we have with Waldorf, which is Mary Holloman. She is the event coordinator there, and we have committed to her some projects that we are going to complete, and we need to take care of those. And then our fourth stakeholder is ourselves at Team Capace, and that is because in this class we all expect to walk away with some business experience through teamwork and business ethics, and it's going to be important that we complete this project to gain those. And now we have 4 major projects, and the first one is Zach is going to talk about.
Okay, so our first project at Waldorf Estates is Melodrama Mondays, and Melodrama Mondays will be a Monday night theater class for the residents of Waldorf, where they'll come and they'll learn about drama, they'll learn about acting, and it will be in a really fun environment that we think they'll enjoy. It will be created and attended by all of us, and because of that, in addition to Monday night, when we'll be meeting with the residents and actually having the class, we'll also be meeting Sunday night and preparing for Monday's class. So we'll actually have something for them to do there. And our deliverables for Melodrama Mondays will be a Thanksgiving-themed play for the residents to act out a play. And that's something we're all really excited about. And also, hopefully this will be something that will continue in Waldorf, that they'll have a permanent theater class. And also we'll be talking about our next project, which is our Memorial Earth Garden construction project. And this is something that our contact at Waldorf has specifically asked us to do. It's going to be dedicated to the former executive director who recently passed away of cancer, Jerry Carlson. And basically, the project is all 7 of us are going to go out on a Saturday morning, and with supplies that will already be there, we're going to design and plant herbs in a really nice garden that residents can go to and enjoy just the beautiful scenery, and that will also be for everyone. And now Clark's going to talk about the next project.
All right, on Wednesday nights in October, we plan on conducting 4 classes where we teach the senior citizens of Waldorf retirement community about video chatting and how to use new technology to communicate with their friends and family. The first 2 classes will be There will be general classes where we teach people just more about the program and how to use it. In the next 2 classes, we will be doing individual tutorials and helping those who don't understand it fully how to use the program completely, so they can talk to people that are outside of the Bryan College Station community that they like to see face-to-face. Our deliverables for this project will be the 4 classes, and the value added to Waldenburg retirement community will be the senior citizens get to communicate with their friends and family all over the world.
On October 14th, we'll be hosting a party called Meet Your Neighbor, and it's actually been added in request of Mary Holloman. She asked us to set up the party, host the party, interact with the residents, and more importantly, clean up afterwards. And we feel like it's a way for the residents to bond among each other, and also a neat way for us to get to interact with them, and get to maybe promote our web classes or promote our Melodrama Mondays on October 14th. So our value added will hopefully be the residents to be forming everlasting relationships among other neighbors in the community, and now we're going to present our estimated project value.
Our 2 biggest time commitments for this project will be the Melodrama classes and Web Wednesdays, because they're recurring events that take place on a weekly basis. Our other 2 events are smaller time commitments, because they will only be taking place on one day. Now, we first decided on the projects themselves before we estimated the hours, and we came up with about 100 hours, and then we realized that we would have to be doing preparation for the melodrama classes, and we had a little bit bigger time commitment, but this won't be a problem for our team. We ended up with a total of 140 hours, which will add about $1,400 in value to all the growth time of the year.
Okay, so risk management is an aspect that every company, organization, and team has to fit on. These are just some of our other slides, but I'm just going to get a few that are really important to our project. Since we are going to do Web Wednesday, communication classes, computers. This risk we accepted and transferred. We're going to be using Waldenburg Community. They have a computer lab, which they maintain their computers and their internet connection that we're going to be using. Another large one for us with the age group that we're working with are medical problems and unfortunately death at the desk. But with Waldenburg is a retirement community. There's no one, it's not a nursing home. Everyone is in a good medical health state. But Waldenburg has informed us if there are any issues that do happen, they will keep Team Capace informed and make sure we know what to do, and their staff is all medically trained. And they are also in charge of maintaining the health of the residents. Another risk that I just want to talk about is a reputational risk. Dr. Visser, Mid Business School, and the university have put forth such a good reputation for us, and Team Capace will follow our code of ethics and the reputation that's been set forth to our upper facility. And now I'm going to pass it over to Allie to talk about expenses.
We have estimated around $50 for our expenses.